Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for EGLD. If you're new to the channel, I'm in this trade. You can see right here. This is my channel account. Started with 10,000. I risk 1% per trade and currently up a little bit. You can see my entries there. I wanted to go over this count on the 4-hour, and I'll show you the micro how I'm going to manage this trade. So first we have a 5-wave leading diagonal, in which case we had a 3-wave move to the downside between the 382 and the 50 on log scale, and on linear, right where we'd want to be for a potential pivot before an attempt at a move to the upside. Now, I took this trade setup for the couple of options. First is we're complete and we're going to make new highs above this previous high, or we're in the middle of a correction, a B wave, in which case we would expect, again, not new highs, but higher highs than current price. Other option is we make an expanded flat up here and we protect this A wave low. And the third option is we need a C wave down. So because I have multiple options where we're moving to the upside, I decided to take this entry. You really have to manage it in this spot. So if you're not watching the charts or whatever, if you decide to take this, I wouldn't suggest it. I'm taking it because I watch the charts every day, so I can take a look at what's happening in real time. But this is an excellent area to pick up long-term holds because we have 5 waves up, as long as you're okay with sitting through this potential downside move. So this is more, in my opinion, an area to buy spot for the long term. Great potential targets. If this all ends up just being an ABC rather than a 1-2, we have targets up there at 165. If this ends up being a third wave, we have targets up there at 360. So really nice spot for just long-term spots, not financial advice, just based on the pattern I see. The next likely move, whenever this pivot is finished, is to the upside. So down on the, let's go to the hourly. I got in right at the 382 on linear scale of this move to the upside. So this targeting isn't accurate at the point. I'm sitting through this. I'm not sure where it's going to be, but I just saw it as a possibility of a low where we got a ABC complete in 3. So this is either the first wave of a larger correction, which I would expect to come a little bit higher before we get our C wave down, or this is the low and we just take off from here, right? So because of those options, I decided to take this entry. Stops at this current low at the A wave, and I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to adjust that. Reason being is right now we're at the 1-to-1 extension. You can see there in white. So this is at the 1-to-1. And if this is a complex correction before making further downside, we do have the ability of coming back down here, making a 3-wave, 3-wave, and then 5 waves to the upside. So I want to leave room for that option because there is that corrective structure available. Even if we make this B wave to new highs before we drop, we can get pretty complex in this area. And if this is the low, we just expect a 1-2, 1-2, and we take off. So I'm not going to adjust this stop. I'm going to leave it at this low and evaluate as we go based on what waves we get. The way this can fail is if this turns into a 5 wave, where we have 1, 2, 3, we come up here 4th, and we just collapse and make 5 down. And we would then adjust our A wave over to here. Because right now we just have 3 waves, right? So this one has lots of options. I'm currently in it. I'm not adjusting the stops. It's at that last pivot, but I'm gonna evaluate what's happening in real time here. But the possibility of that very aggressive 1-2, 1-2, and we go to the upside is there. And again, the possibility that we make a higher B wave is there. The only way we fail is if this makes 5 waves down at the moment. All right, guys, so that's it for EGLD. Great area to buy spot long term, as long as you're okay with that drawdown to around 41 to 35. But the next move, the probabilities are to the upside. All right, guys, that's it for GLD. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm currently in all these trades. I'm updating them today. All right, guys, thanks for watching.